Hello and welcome to another video from my PLC Basic course. In the next few minutes we will be talking about PLC software. Let's get started. In the previous video we covered PLC hardware. We are now familiar with the Simatic S7 1200 and Simatic S7 1500. Now it's time to move on to programming these devices, which means we need the right software. The software for the new generation of Siemens controllers is called TIA Portal. Some people also call it TIA Portal or just TIA. PLC code is written using a tool called Simatic Step 7, which is part of the TIA Portal. So what is TIA Portal exactly? TIA stands for Totally Integrated Automation, and it's designed to do exactly that. Integrate everything. Think of it as a toolbox, a complete collection of software tools that help automate industrial processes. Let's take a closer look at some parts of this toolbox. Inside the TIA Portal you will find Step 7 for PLC programming, WinCC for visualization, PLC Sim for testing and simulating your programs, and Start Drive for configuring Siemens drives. Everything you need in one place. Totally integrated automation. Now that you know what TIA Portal is, let's talk about versions and licenses. It's a little bit complicated, but don't worry, I'll guide you through it. Let's start with the most important part. The TIA Portal comes in two editions. The basic version and the professional version. With the basic version you can only program the S7 1200. With the professional version you can program all devices. The price of the software depends on many factors. However, I would like to give you a small benchmark. In Germany, the current list price for TIA Basic is 388 euros. And for TIA Professional it's 2,453 euros. Those are of course quite heavy prices. But before you give up on your dream of becoming a PLC programmer, let me tell you something important. Learning PLC programming doesn't have to be expensive. I will show you how you can use the TIA Portal free of charge for extended period of time. And of course, completely legal. Almost every year, Siemens releases a new version of the TIA Portal. I find that very annoying. You have to pay for an upgrade every time and the different versions create a lot of confusion. But the different versions also have an advantage for you as a PLC newcomer. Siemens offers a free trial license for each version. This means you can use the professional version of each release for 21 days free of charge. That's a trial period of 105 days without paying anything. And in 105 days, my friends, you can learn a lot. The only thing you need to keep in mind is to install the different versions in the correct order. You must start with the oldest version. If you first install TIA version 20 on your computer, you will no longer be able to use trial license of version 16, for example. So it's best to start by installing TIA version 16. I cannot recommend working with older versions because Siemens does not support them anymore. For my PLC Basic course I'm using TIA version 19. The newest version, V20, has already been released, but I won't be switching to it right away. Why? Because new versions sometimes have a few bugs when they first come out, and I don't want to be the person who finds them. If you're thinking that an older version of the TIA Portal is outdated, let me show you something. Here you can see a comparison of TIA version 17, 18 and 19. The software looks almost identical. New features usually only affect advanced users, so you can easily learn PLC programming with an older version without any problems. If using the trial licenses is too annoying for you and there is some money in your pocket, you can of course buy a full version of the TIA Portal. Unfortunately, as a private person, you cannot order directly from Siemens. As a company, you also have to generate a certain annual revenue to be able to place orders in the so-called C portal. At least that's the case in Germany. Fortunately, there are many other sellers on the internet where you can purchase the TI portal as a private individual. In Europe, for example, I can recommend Automation24. With a simple Google search, you will definitely find a seller in your country as well. Once you have ordered the TI portal, you still need to get it running. At Siemens, you can order the software as a downloadable product. However, the TI portal is usually delivered physically. This is what it looks like. In the package, you will find a disk and a license. You can use the disk to install the software. If your computer no longer has a disk drive, you can buy an external drive on Amazon for a small amount of money. You can also download the TI portal directly from Siemens. The download is free of charge because the software only works with a valid license key. The key is usually delivered on a USB stick. If you purchase the software directly from Siemens, you can also have the license key sent to you by email. The installation of the TI portal works in the same way as with any other program. In the next video, I will show you the whole installation process step by step. After the installation, you can start the software. If you now want to add a new device, this message will appear. The TI portal is informing you that no valid license key is available. You now can activate the 21-day trial license. After the trial period has expired, you will no longer be able to use the software. Now the time has come for you to enter a valid license key. To do this, connect the USB stick to your computer and open the Automation License Manager. This software is automatically installed with the TI portal. You can use the Automation License Manager to transfer the license from the USB stick to your computer. After that, you can use the TI portal again. By the way, it is also possible to transfer the license to another device. The license is a so-called floating license. You can also resell the software again, for example on eBay, or you can buy a used one. At the end of the video, I would like to clarify one last question with you. How do you program the older Simatic S7 controllers? Well, what we don't know yet is that Siemens offers an old and a new programming software. We are already familiar with the new software, the TI portal. You write the PLC code with the tool step 7, which is part of the TI portal. This is what the software looks like. The older software is called Simatic Manager. It is often referred to as Step 7 Classic or Step 7 V5.X. Of course, the tool looks much older than the TI portal because it was released back in the 90s. You can program the S7-300 and S7-400 controllers with the Simatic Manager. With the TI portal, you can program the S7-1200 and S7-1500 controllers. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. With the professional version of the TI portal, you can also program the S7-300 and 400. However, this only applies to the newer models, those that were still actively marketed during the release of the TI portal. If you want to know if you can use your old controller in the TI portal, I have a simple trick for you. Just open the TI portal and add a new device. Then click on Simatic S7-300 or 400. If you can find your device and firmware version, then the device is compatible with the TI portal. Alright everyone, we have learned a lot again. We now know that the controllers of the new generation are programmed with the TI portal. The TI portal is a collection of tools for industrial automation. There is the basic version for the S7-1200 and the professional version for all controllers. You don't have to buy an expensive full version to learn PLC programming. There are also trial versions which you can use free of charge for a longer period of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you're excited to dive deeper into PLC programming, visit my website at plccoach.com. See you in the next video.